All right, what up, guys? Day 3. Okay, so today we're gonna be all over this place with these 30 days videos. Really, the idea of these videos is I'm just gonna give you guys a day-to-day of what happens, of what I'm doing with the brokerage, what I'm doing on my listing appointments, what I'm doing with buyers, what am I doing with my agents. This particular event, and I'm gonna be better about documenting these things too. But this particular day is an interesting day because we need more tiles. So the tiles that we bought at an auction house were like short, I don't know, 5 square feet, maybe less, maybe more. And nobody carries them because we bought them at an auction because they're porcelain tiles and we got a fantastic deal. But called the manufacturer, they don't have them in stock. These are the things people don't tell you about all the glitz and glamour of flipping a home, making it rental ready. Now, when I say flip, we usually don't flip in terms of getting the home all done up and putting it back in the market. I mean, like getting all fixed up, because both of these need some heavy rehabbing and getting it rent ready. So anyways, at this point, so now we got to decide, are we gonna scrap some of the tiles that we put down in the hallway and just get that part carpeted, which is also a good idea. That was actually the original idea to begin with. Or am I gonna go scouting for these tiles? If I can find something similar, because at this point they're basically just going by the laundry area where you'll have washer and dryer on top, I'll do that. But I don't want it to be looking all, choppy. I like to find a product to look like it's not just hodgepodge together, it looks good. So at this point, we're gonna go back to the unit. We're gonna find out how much square feet we actually need. And then if we need to revise and just put carpet, which was the original plan anyways, we'll do that. But like some of these things, like people don't tell you, is like when you're in this process, there's a lot more driving around than you really think there is. As you get better, obviously I'm not there yet. This is our 5th unit we've rehabbed. As you get better, then you understand the logistics, the moving parts, all the necessary steps, and you really fine-tune not wasting time. Like right now, essentially I'm kind of wasting time because I gotta find this this tile. I'm driving around or I'm backpedaling to put on carpet. So that's part of the glitz and the glamour they don't tell you. And then after all that's done, we still have to obviously run a brokerage. We still have to go on listing appointments. We still have to meet contractors. That is one thing I will tell you I've learned. And really it comes down to is, even if you can do the work yourself, I almost 99% of the time recommend contract it out. Honestly, unless that specific field of work is what you do, I don't recommend you do it. Now granted, like we know how to do the tiles, we can do the cabinets, we can paint, but I've done that before and it just takes the project so much longer. It takes away from your job of what you got to do. In this particular instance, we're trying to run a brokerage, and it also delays it. So you're really not saving money. Really what you're doing is you're dropping dimes to pick up nickels because they're bigger. You know what I'm saying? So it actually ends up costing you more money, time, effort, energy. So at this point, like we've pretty much solidified that we do contract all of our work out, but I haven't quite figured out the running around part of fine-tuning things. It's a learning curve. I mean, obviously I'm far from perfect. I enjoy the process. I wish I was better at it, but I'll keep you guys updated on the next thing. I'm gonna try to document these videos on a day-to-day, basically a whole video, and then I'm gonna try to piece it together so it comes out of something. So thank you guys for following along, and I will talk to you guys as soon as I get to the tile store. All right, guys, the journey continues. I think we found a pretty similar matching tile. We only actually need about 5 of them to match. And really they're kind of kicked off in the corner, so I don't think it'll make a huge difference, but this is just an example of I could have planned it a little bit better, or maybe the tile guys could have been a little bit more efficient. It's hard to say. It's hard to really blame them. I should have grabbed a little bit of extra tiles, but when you're buying tiles at auction, you buy the whole thing, and that's kind of what you risk. So we're going to Lowe's, pick up some tiles, brought the samples with me right here, and get this job wrapped up, carpets in. I'll show you guys when I get back to the property of what it's looking like. All right, guys. Okay, just wrapping up the blog, day 3. It is almost 9 p.m. We just left the units. We got all the tiles ready. We found an almost identical, similar tile. So we did pick those up. We got all the vanities out, all the toilets out, everything cleaned up on one unit. A lot of work. Now we got to get the dump truck there and get the tile guy to come in, get the plumber guy to connect everything. I believe cabinets should be in tomorrow. Then we got to work on delivery. So this has been a project. It's sometimes a lot to digest, but they're all fun nonetheless. So I will wrap today's blog up and see you guys tomorrow.